a former coach, the relationships. Like, we didn't just stumble onto this TV gig as far as our relationship. It's unbelievable the relationship you have with a coach and a player. Not all of them, but certain ones that just click. It's special, and it's love for a lifetime.
And it's also due to the course of time, right? You spend a lot of years, you go through good times and you go through disappointments. And listen, the Spurs have had this incredible run of success. It's not just the great successes.
Well, that's what Ginobili was saying the other day. Some of the harshest defeats. I mean, look back at the finals they lost to Miami. That's one of the most disheartening losses in the history of the NBA Finals. Yet they came back the next year and they win the title.
It's not just the hugs and the high fives. It's also the times when Jeff Van Gundy rolled his eyes at me getting on the bus.
Klay Thompson comes up short. McGee keeps. It's 13.
And I like how Murray, as they're going under these screens on the ball, I like how Murray's figuring it out, how he can still get into the lane. Because remember, Tony Parker had to fight that same thing when he first started running pick and roll, and he wasn't the shooter he is today. He's still got a...
And it's love for a lifetime.
And it's also due to the course of time, right? You spend a lot of...
Greg Popovich tells us before the game, here's a kid that played 1 year at college, about a half year in the NBA, played a lot.
Durant quickly silences the crowd. He's got 25 and 10. And Greg Popovich wants a timeout. Kevin Durant, 9 of 11 from the field.
Kevin Durant continuing to be spectacular as the crowd going crazy. Looks, isos, knocks down the jump shot and says, sit down, be humble.
With the Travelocity Customer First Guarantee, your only worry will be choosing which filter to use.
Get help with hotels, free 24-hour flight changes, and our price match guarantee.
Travelocity. Wander wisely.
What you have released is unlike anything we've ever faced.
What's happening?
You have been selected.
Give in to me. I'm scared.
The Mummy, rated PG-13.
You got my back, right?
Not really.
Yes, you do. Every single time I... Get down! There you are. You always have... Back. My back!
You always put cheese and grooves in your sandwich?
Of course. Chips. Chips plus sandwich equals the perfect lunch.
Oh, don't forget the pickle. It's kind of a big deal.
Cheese and grooves. Chips made with 100% real cheese. Dang right it's a chip.
The Indy 500, Sunday at noon Eastern on ABC.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. mostly by making changes in your diet, controlling your weight, and of course, by not smoking. Visit prevent50.org and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, and more.
Coverage provided by Goodyear, celebrating the drive that pushes you. Ball poked away by Iguodala, bad pass. It's only the 4th turnover for San Antonio. Iguodala can't finish, however, down the other end. That's what's helped keep San Antonio within striking distance. Turnovers are 14-4. Spurs done a good job protecting. Gasol trying to get it, knocked away by Iguodala, picked up by Curry. Finds Durant. Durant drives, stripped by Simmons, knocked out of bounds. Greg Popovich trying to say it was knocked off of Durant. Let's take a look.
Looked like it went off of Durant.
Yep.
Really?
Because it did. But you have to say on every call, that's a tough call.
No, you don't. No, you don't. We've been part of some bad calls and some great calls. You got to get that right.
Curry fakes, back out Green. Green launches a three-pointer and knocks it down. That's their 11th three-pointer, and the lead back up to 15. Ginobili floats a pass over to Forbes. Forbes. Minute and a half left. Here, third quarter of game 4. Spurs trying to force a game 5. Curry steps back and rattles home the three-pointer. Steph Curry with 26, and it's back up to 18.
Sometimes you just got to give credit. That's good defense, but great offense by Curry.
Durant is 11th rebound. Curry goes backdoor, fakes, foul, shot won't go. But he'll go to the line for the first time tonight.
It's just special offense. Bryn Forbes, one-on-one defense, guards the first move, little step back, got some space. It's a good job by Forbes. Curry's incredible shooter off the dribble.
See a guy like Forbes playing against a lot of good players in the Big Ten, playing at Michigan State, and then you come and you have to guard a guy like that. Ginobili giving him some advice.
But I really like him. As a player, the future's bright for him. Whether it be in San Antonio or somewhere else, he's shown the ability to give scoring power, can shoot, toughness. I like him a lot.
Second free throw is good. Here's DeJounte Murray, Kyle Anderson, Pau Gasol, Bryn Forbes, and Ginobili. Anderson draws the foul, comes up short. Iguodala hit him. And Kyle Anderson will go to the line. Another one of the young San Antonio Spurs. And with the injuries, not just to Leonard, but Parker and David Lee. Greg Popovich gone small a bit.
No, Coach, I talked about this a couple of games ago. At some point, you got to give credit to Mike Brown and the job he's done. We raved about Luke Walton, rightfully so. Had an incredible job replacing or substituting for Steve Kerr, the wonderful dynamic head coach of the Golden State Warriors. Okay, well, where's the parade for Mike Brown and the job that he's done in crucial moments? Now, I believe 9-0 going into tonight. Give him credit. Because I sure can't hear anybody.
Well, I agree. If you put up his blind resume, it would be an amazing resume. And don't think for 1 second that he doesn't want a chance to coach against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the finals after they let him go twice.
Anderson throws it down. And Mark, he is handled any praise. He deflects it right away. It's Steve Kerr's team.
Fat now. Mommy.
And then Kerr go back to when Kerr was a player here and Brown was an assistant coach for Greg Popovich in San Antonio. But he has done a terrific job, but again, deflecting all of the credit to the NBA Finals where he lost to Greg Popovich.
I still think that 2007 loss was one of LeBron James's greatest accomplishments. Getting an extremely limited Cleveland Cavaliers team to the final with Mike Brown and their defense was an extraordinary accomplishment. Sometimes you can do a better job as a coach with a team that doesn't win it all than you can do with a team that does win it all. In that year, Mike Brown totally maximized his team.
Final seconds, third quarter. Murray dribbles it off the foot. Ginobili gets it back. And the third quarter comes to an end. A 22-point lead was cut to 10, but Golden State once again goes one of those runs led by Kevin Durant. 25 more points through 3 quarters here in Game 4. Steph Curry, 28 points. And as we head to the fourth, an 18-point Warrior lead as they look to go for the sweep.
Welcome to Alpha, the city of 1,000 planets. After centuries of peace and prosperity, an unknown force wants to destroy all we have created. We need the two of you to be the guardians of our future.
Valerian, rated PG-13.
From the day I arrived, I wanted to see this great country. My last wish is for you to do it for me as a family. Love, Grandpa.
Let us be lovers when our fortunes together.
We all right? I know. How did you meet Grandpa? Actually, on a blind date. I wish he was on the trip with us.
He's sitting right between the boys in the back of the car.
Life's as big as you make it. The all-new 7-seater Volkswagen Atlas. With America's best bumper-to-bumper limited warranty.
Cricket has something epic for you. Our plan started only $30 a month. We've got more 4G LTE coverage than T-Mobile or Sprint. Plus, switch now and get a brand new smartphone for free. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
If you want to be a world traveler, start by, oh, is that a Galaxy S8? Handsome screen. Anyway, you want to pack that, your passport, and, oh, okay, we're moving fast. To get around the city, take the city bus. That's not a bus. You'll need a tour guide. But apparently not. Don't forget a big camera, or that phone will work. Traveling by yourself can be lonely, and you've already made friends. Huh, they're fancy. Shopping can be difficult if you don't know the language. Oh, never mind, your camera speaks Spanish. Hold up, is that a king? Where are you? Oh, your camera knows that too. Okay, I guess you have the world traveler thing covered.
Get 6 months of Netflix plus a free entertainment kit when you buy the Galaxy S8.
Takes 15 years to become a Heineken brewmaster. Almost as long as it took me to master this look.
Still practicing. It takes 15 years to become a Heineken brewmaster. There's more behind a star.
Tonight's story of the game brought to you by Jägermeister. And once again for Golden State, the magnificent offensive machine led by Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. 40 and 34 to start. They just kept rolling as they're on the verge of their third straight sweep. We still have a quarter to go, but San Antonio down by 18. Anderson, Ginobili, Murray, Gasol, and Patty Mills. Gasol leans in, uses the left hand, and banks it home. Golden State been such a good road team during this last few years. They've won a road game in 14 consecutive series. They achieved that with a victory in Game 3. And Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green have been a part of all 14 of those road playoff wins in certain series. Iguodala connects. That started back in 2013. You guys won a big game, Mark, here in San Antonio in the second round.
One of the few big games we won here. This team had a stronghold on the Warriors for quite a while, as you know me, with the big-time finish.
Manu Ginobili gets the crowd on its feet. And again, could this be the final game of his career? The crowd very much aware of that possibility as Draymond Green can't hit. He wants to make sure that there's a game 5, misses that three-pointer. Ian Clark pushes the other way. Iguodala down the lane, layup's good, and the foul. Al Gasol with his third, Andre Iguodala with his first field goal. Iguodala, who missed a game early in the series with a sore knee, played the last couple. We said this earlier in the playoffs, guys. You look at Sean Livingston and Andre Iguodala, David West coming off the bench with this potent starting 5. And those three guys, 3 of the smartest players in the league. Bad pass from Murray, got too fancy. Iguodala down the other end. And a timeout called by Greg Popovich as the lead back up to 19.
Iguodala shaking his head, back-to-back baskets, and I don't know what you're upset about. Making plays defensively. I got a feeling it's going to be all right. Smile, young man.
The NBA Western Conference Finals is presented by Verizon. Not just unlimited, Verizon Unlimited. And in part by McDonald's. Enjoy any size soft drinks for only $1 at participating McDonald's. And Infinity. Empower the drive.
Every day, millions of you walk through our front doors, and you inspired our new flavors. Introducing McDonald's Signature Crafted Recipes. Sweet barbecue bacon made with crispy onions. Pico guacamole made with real Hass avocados. Maple bacon Dijon with thick-cut applewood smoked bacon. Purchase any Signature Crafted Recipe sandwich and use the McDonald's app to get a free medium fries and soft drink. You bring your flavor to the world, we bring ours to you.
Of course it's cold. It's Jan. It's good to be the master.
Pick a car. Any car.
Just want to find a used car without getting ripped off.
Search millions of used cars and find a great deal at Carfax.com.
That would help. Show me the Carfax.
Only Carfax gives you the most accurate price based on a car's history. Just look at all the great deals.
Thanks, buddy.
Boom.
Show me the Carfax.
Start your used car search and get free Carfax reports at the all-new Carfax.com.
Just like we practiced.
Okay, we can get started.
Thanks. That was fun.
You're welcome. Nicely done. Right now, receive up to a $2,000 spring bonus during the Infinity Start Your Own Legacy Spring event.
So, you really want to know
Niggas
about
them don't bad, they be like.
First, you need to forget. Forget about the sacrifices, the struggles. Of course you're tired. You gotta push through it. Play like every game is the last game of your life. Until the next one. This is why we play.
Welcome back to the Western Conference Finals. It's presented by Verizon. Game 4 from the AT&T Center in San Antonio. And the Spurs down by 19. On the verge of their season coming to an end as Kyle Anderson puts it up and in. Golden State trying for the sweep here to advance to the NBA Finals. The shorthanded Spurs trying to fight their way back in. Closest they've been in the second half is 10. Ian Clark, corner three. Ball tipped right back to Clark. Can't connect though, and Gasol has it. And here comes Ginobili. Mills look to get it to Gasol. Let us back to it. Iguodala drives down, and another layup for Andre Iguodala. 7 points, 6 boards for Iguodala. And a foul call on David West. After our game, it's Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt. Full breakdown of Game 4 plus NHL playoff highlights. And the best from Major League Baseball. Sports Center coming up next on ESPN. And if the Warriors want to win this game, the trophy presentation will be on Sports Center as Ginobili gets inside and finishes.
My Nashville Predators might qualify for the Stanley Cup final tonight.
Now that you're Nashville Predators?
Absolutely.
When did this happen?
This year. I went to Nashville, went to a game, and I'm hooked.
Klay Thompson fouled as Kyle Anderson bumps him.
You see Manu Ginobili this late in his career still competing, not surrendering an inch. You're going to go out, that's how you go out.
He'll be 40 in July, Ginobili. As we mentioned, he says every year recently he's taken about a month to let it sink in. Then he'll talk to Greg Popovich, he'll talk to his wife, and then make a decision whether or not to come back for his 16th year next year.
Not in that order, right? He's going to talk to his wife and then talk to Greg Popovich.
I would think that's probably the case.
If he knows what's good for his health, he'll move in that order.
Patty Mills off 1 foot, knocks that one down. It's 105-88. There's Clark. Clark and McCaw both have got some very important playoff minutes for these Golden State Warriors. 5 on the shot clock. David West drives, feed inside to Thompson. Thompson blocked but foul.
What a pass by West. Off the dribble. Late in the clock, he loves to drive left, so he drives left. The help by Mills stops. Beautiful bounce pass to Klay Thompson.
He had 5 assists. West did 5 assists in game 2, 5 more assists in game 3.
and a couple here in Game 4.
And Mike, Jeff gave credit to Jalen and LeBron, rightfully so, in the job that they do and have done. I read an incredible story in the Houston Chronicle, the job that you've done with Provision. Incredible story, and you should be recognized. I know you don't want the recognition for it, but outstanding the way you're impacting lives.
It's been a great blessing in my life to work with a former NFL player named Roynell Young, who for the last 30 years has given his life to the underserved in Houston, Texas. And that's really, truly the inspiring story, how someone puts it all on the line for those that don't have the advantages that our kids have.
Blown away by people who are just so selfless in their lives as Durant knocks that one down.
Like, you should give us a birthday cake on your birthday. How about that? What are you doing, my friend?
It's up to 20. And a foul away from the ball. It's going to go against Iguodala.
But you know how many stories like that are throughout this league? And we tell them. Remember NBA Cavs all the time? We tell the stories, but there are incredible stories like that. Not just the players, but coaches, the organizations, the job that this league does outside of arenas is incredible.
It really is, and it's been this way for a long time. Patty Mills steps back, knocks down the three-pointer.
I agree, but I think it's our culture is a very philanthropic culture. I mean, I think it's even more now than ever before. The amount of work that these players do, amazing.
Anderson tips it ahead to Mills. Mills back for Ginobili, tries a three. It's good. Manu Ginobili from downtown, and it cuts it to 14. The love for Ginobili, so evident here tonight at the AT&T Center. Midwest steps up and connects. Spurs fans desperate for one more run. Ginobili with the right hand off the glass. He's got 15. He's had a 21-point game, a 17-point game, and now a 15-point game in these Western Conference Finals at age 39. Off the turnover. Anderson tried to finish, knocked away. Mills couldn't get it. There was a lot of contact there as Durant comes the other way and is fouled by Ginobili. The shot attempt will not count.
Well, off a great poke steal by Anderson, 2-on-1. One hand, a little nonchalant, just lost it. And then Patty Mills misses the follow-up.
Greg Popovich was yelling at Anderson, pass the ball, he said, as they had the 2-on-1.
Or finish it. I mean, you know, really, I didn't think he had a great angle to pass to Patty Mills. No one ever... Thompson didn't stop the ball. He's got to finish that play.
Well, Durant at the free throw line.
But you're right. Klay Thompson plays center field, giving him a lane. With his size, he's got to finish it.
Anderson, by the way, he's got 15 points tonight, which ties the most he's had all season.
He's played well. He really has played well. And he's got a spot on a good team, whether it be here or somewhere else. Especially, I like him at that power forward position. His playmaking ability, he can be really effective.
Well, he learned from one of the great ones. Played part of his high school career for Bob Hurley in St. Anthony's in Jersey City, New Jersey. Gasol, double team down low, bank shot is good. Bob Hurley, legendary coach, Mike. Unfortunately, St. Anthony's closing now.
Yep.
Green out to Clark. And Clark knocks down the three. His second three-pointer, 8 points off the bench for Ian Clark. And it's back to 17.
Another great decision made by Draymond Green off of that pick and roll.
7 more assists for Green, Mark. Anderson, quick catch, flips it up and in. Spurs doing a good job scoring quickly, but still unable to stop Golden State at this end of the floor. Curry the drive, misses, and Gasol the rebound. Matty Mills racing up to Gasol. Gasol fouled, shot almost went in. And he'll go to the line. Timeout on the floor with 5:09 remaining here in the fourth. Spurs trying to climb back into this ball game. Unselfish play. Passing the basketball, you wind up with high percentage shots. Beautiful exhibition of basketball by the team.
It doesn't matter where the ice is, as long as you leave everything on it. Coors Light, whatever you're up to, climb on.
I guess I was born with the crayon in my hand. I decided to see if there was a way for design to play a positive role in what was going on in the world. There's a jacket that's reflective for visibility, sleeping bag jacket, jackets that turn into tents. I usually do my fashion sketches on the computer. I love drawing on the screen. There's no lag time at all. It feels just like my markers.
Been waiting a long time. No, Bruno, run! For the breakout event of the summer.
We're going back to villainy.
Despicable Me 3. Rated PG.
Who's a new guy?
They call him the Whisperer.
Whisperer. Why do they call him the Whisperer?
He talks to planes.
He talks to planes.
Watch this. Hey, Watson, what's avionics telling you?
Maintenance records and performance data suggest replacing capacitor C4.
Not bad. What's with the coffee maker?
Sorry, we are not on speaking terms.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the National Painting Week sale. Save 30% on paints and stains, May 19th through the 29th. There's a store in every neighborhood. Find yours at sherwinwilliams.com/save.
This is a story about mail and packages, and it's also a story about people. And while we make more e-commerce deliveries to homes than anyone else in the country, we never forget that your business is our business. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
Well, the NBA Finals begin Thursday, June 1st. Coverage on ABC begins at 8:30 Eastern with NBA Countdown. Tip-off of Game 1 shortly after 9. The Golden State Warriors on the verge of going for the third straight time as Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. This was last year in the conference finals when Golden State came back, beat them 3 games in a row after trailing 3-1. Now they're teammates and are unstoppable. As Manu Ginobili comes out on the floor, and he is getting a standing ovation right now. And you're hearing chants of Manu here in San Antonio. Curry fouled, counted, and won. Greg Popovich once said Manu Ginobili was the toughest competitor he's ever been around and did more to win games than any player he'd ever been around. And you put him with Tony Parker and Tim Duncan, the winningest trio in NBA history. Well, Kyle Anderson going to come in. And coming in from Manu Ginobili. Who knows if he'll be back? But as we said earlier, one of the most unique and dynamic players this game has ever seen.
Almost like baseball, Mike, where the guy steps out of the box. Steph Curry is waiting to shoot a free throw, stands off, and begins to clap to acknowledge Manu Ginobili's career, if this is his last game. Class job by Curry.
Greg Popovich saying, want to go back in.
Played 33 minutes. You won't be able to get up tomorrow.
Not only all the NBA games, but all the international games. He played for Argentina pretty much every summer. Olympics, World Championships. Well, his country couldn't be any prouder and could not have had a better representative. As we approach 2 minutes remaining, Spurs, another terrific season, is going to come to an end short of their annual goal. As McCaw misses, they just could not overcome the injury of Kawhi Leonard. Regular season 60. But no Leonard, no Tony Parker against this dynamic Golden State team. This is what you're talking about before, Mark.
Steps off, recognizes everybody acknowledging Manu Ginobili, a class act. This guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Manu Ginobili will be in the Hall of Fame whether you like it or not. He is absolutely a Hall of Fame basketball player. What a class gesture by Curry, acknowledged.
Edmond hits the free throw. Livingston sits down. Four-time NBA champion, Olympic gold medalist, won a championship in the EuroLeague before he came to the NBA. Was a champion on every level that he played.
How is he not crying right now?
I think it's probably difficult.
Man, the love that they're showing him here. You can take the all-time greats from any era, and you don't see this type of love.
There's an appreciation for the way he went about his business. A true professional. And he should be proud, and his family should be proud.
And Mark, such humility, too. Never embarrassed a teammate, never embarrassed opponent. Just played as hard as anyone who's played the game every single night. Edmond foul. Talking to R.C. Buford before the game, he said what stands out to him is what you guys mentioned was how he embraced that six-man role. He was the Tim Duncan in Argentina, but came here and was told the best thing for our team would be if you came off the bench. And only 3 of his 15 years would you call him a full-time starter. The majority of his career here in San Antonio was off the bench.
And there's a rookie watching right now, or a guy that's going to be drafted watching right now. Enjoy it because it goes by extremely fast. You will be sitting there, if you're fortunate enough, with the crowd going crazy acknowledging you, but it goes by extremely fast. But he's given us incredible memories.
Now, while the crowd emotional for Ginobili, the Golden State fans will be emotional as the Warriors become a team, the owners of the best start in NBA playoff history. This will be their 12th straight victory, and they will remain perfect as they're going back to the NBA Finals for the 3rd straight year.
What a job by the Warriors. You acknowledged it, Mike, but you got to give Bob Myers, ownership, Steve Kerr, coaching staff, and these players a lot of credit. Going back is a heck of an accomplishment.
And they'll wait the winner of Cleveland-Boston. Again, you saw that June 1st start. That doesn't matter how long that other series goes. June 1st is game 1. And chance of go Spurs go. They love their Spurs here in San Antonio. Anderson knocks down the 3. as Kevin Durant in his second appearance in the NBA Finals. Went there in 2012 with OKC. He's going back. As the Warriors are headed to the NBA Finals for the third consecutive year. Such respect and admiration between these two teams. The San Antonio Spurs, 2 decades of being a championship contender. And Golden State with a chance to play for their second title in 3 years. And a chance of redemption after last year's disappointing finish. Kevin Durant was magnificent again. 29 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. He's with Doris.
Kevin, this is an organization that prides itself on a team effort, and certainly it required that. But in this series, you and Steph Curry proved too difficult to tandem over the 82 games and now these 12 in the playoffs. What have you and he specifically figured out? No, I'm going to let this play, and I'll give you a chance as Manu goes on the floor, Kevin, and you're smiling as you hear this crowd acknowledge what may be Manu's last game. Your thoughts as perhaps this is the end for him?
Somebody I grew up watching, amazing competitor. Even more fun playing against him. You know, I got nothing but love and respect for him. And he wears my shoes every year too, so that's a plus. But he was phenomenal this series. You know, we all got nothing but respect for him.
Back to my original question, which was, this is a team that requires everybody to win. But in this series, you and Steph were impossible as a tandem. Over the season and through these playoffs, what have you two specifically figured out?
We just we get used to playing with each other even more. I mean, when I got hurt and went down for 20 games, that kind of messed up the flow. But now that we got the playoffs going and we won a few games, our chemistry is getting better and better. So we're gonna need it even more next series, man. Whoever we play, and we're just looking forward to it. I'm glad we got this done.
You will go back to the finals for the second time in your career, of course, falling short in your first trip. From your memory, what are you most looking forward to?
Just the atmosphere. It's great to be one of the last 2 teams standing, and we'll see what happens, man. I'm just excited. I'm a part of it, and let's see what happens.
We live in an age where there's no shortage of opinion, and you experienced your share as it relates to joining this team. How did you quiet all of that, get yourself incorporated, and figure out what you needed to do?
Well, I just work on my game every single day, keep it at basketball, and just enjoy every single moment. And that stuff comes with the game. So just go out there and play my game and have fun. That's all I've been preaching to myself this year.
You had to go through an organization with championship history and maybe the greatest coach. You shared a moment with Pop. Can you share with us?
Well, he just told me congrats and, good luck next round. And, it's always a joy playing against Pop. He makes you think. He makes you better. He makes everybody on the floor better. You're seeing how they finished this game tonight. It was a 100% effort. So, I got nothing but respect for this organization.
Congratulations. We'll see you June 1.
Thank you.
Mike.
Thank you, Doris. Durant back in the groove after missing those 19 games late in the regular season. Missed a couple in the first round of the playoffs. And he gets a hug and a kiss from his mom as he will return to the NBA Finals. In 2012, his Oklahoma City Thunder lost in 5 games to Miami. He's going back with one of the most explosive offenses the NBA has ever seen. Well, again, the NBA Finals will begin Thursday, June 1st. Coverage on ABC. All the games will begin at 8:30 Eastern with NBA Countdown. Tip-off of Game 1 shortly after 9. It will be the Golden State Warriors against either the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Boston Celtics. Durant had a brilliant conference finals, as did Steph Curry. The final score here in Game 4, another sweep for the Warriors, 129-115. Sports Center coming up next with the NBA Finals. Sports Center next.
Mike, thanks. We will head right back out to San Antonio for the trophy presentation. I'll be speaking to Steph Curry as well. One big thing on the MJ LeBron topic of conversation Monday. There's a tonnage of words there. I'm sure you're curious what I think. I'm fixing to tell you. And how about in Nashville in the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time ever? We will hear from PK Subban. The show will start in 90.
Well, like I said before,
handling the unexpected doesn't happen by accident.
To encourage trying, Goodness Knows invited people who've always wanted to act to try.
Know what give Goodness? Go. It's made with real fruits, whole fruit and whole nuts and dark chocolate. Now you know what Goodness knows.
Every try is a step to being your best.
Try a little Goodness.
And someday you might be calling me an energy farmer. Energy lives here.
This is a story about mail and packages, and it's also a story about people. And while we make more e-commerce deliveries to homes than anyone else in the country, we never forget that your business is our business. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
Degree has redefined deodorant with motion sense technology so that I can redefine power, footwork, range. The more I move, the more it works. Degree, it won't let you down.
What's happening? Welcome in. This is Sports Center. I'm Scott Van Pelt. We are with you until the very early hour of 1 a.m. Eastern Time, but you know the drill here on this particular version of Sports Center. I'm not tired. You're not tired. We're not tired. I promise you they're not tired. In Nashville, they make their first ever Stanley Cup final. Not tired of winning in Golden State either. They make it to the NBA Finals for their third consecutive trip. We will be talking about both of those in great detail. We begin, as we do every night, with the best thing I saw today. Now, at the Naval Academy in Annapolis, your summer can't begin when you're a freshman until you become a sophomore, and you can't do that until you take part in the Herndon Monument Climb. All right, so here's the deal. That obelisk there, 21 feet tall, it's got lard all over it. So these are some of the brightest minds in the country, so you have to figure out a way to climb that. And you have to figure out a way to get the Dixie Cup hat atop the monument replaced with an upperclassman's hat. And again, these are some of the best and the brightest. You ask anybody that has graduated from the Naval Academy, how long did it take for you to pull this off? I asked someone I know. At an hour, 38 minutes, and 20 seconds, sir. Here we go. You can, there we go. 141 minutes. And that means that the plebes are no longer plebes, and summer can officially begin. Again, a big night in sports. Nashville on to the Stanley Cup final, and Golden State, for the third consecutive year, will play for the NBA title. Back to San Antonio, and the presentation of the Western Conference Trophy. Doris Brooke. Doris?
Well, Scott, we've got a happy group of Golden State Warriors back in the backstage area of the AT&T Center with us, a contingent of the ownership, certainly the basketball staff, Steve Kerr and the coaching staff, but we're going to keep this locked in on the players who will bring this organization back to the third straight NBA Finals trip. And tell you, Golden State Warrior fans know this guy, most famously for Run TMC. He spent 13 years in the organization, 5-time All-Star, 2011 Naismith Hall of Fame inductee. Chris Mullin will present the Western Conference Championship Trophy. Chris.
Draymond, to you and your great teammates, congratulations and good luck in the finals.
Draymond Green, you want to share that with the rest of the group so I can ask you some questions? Draymond, the NBA season is long, but I would certainly think after a season ago when you had the greatest regular season only to have that year end in terrible heartbreak on a last-second shot in the NBA Finals, how does this group recover from that and place itself in this position again, Draymond?